Good day, everyone. I'm Tutor Dan. In today's class, we'll be looking at the topic simplifying fractions. To simplify fraction is to express the fraction in such a way that there's no common factor between the numerator and the denominator. So, for example, if I have 8 over 12, now you are asked to simplify 8 over 12. Now, it's for me to express this fraction in such a way that there is no number that can divide through 8, the numerator, and the denominator, which is 12. Now, we know that 4 will go through 8 and will also go through 12. So since 2 can also go through 8 and can go through 12. Now, since there are numbers that can divide through the numerator as well as the denominator, then 8 over 12 is not simplified. So what do? We start simplifying it, or start expressing it until they are no longer expressible. So let's start with the lowest number, which is 2, right? 2 will divide through 8, we have 4, right? 2 will divide through 12, we have 6. Now, 8 over 12 had been reduced to 4 over 6. However, if you look at the numerator and the denominator, you will realize that there is still a common factor between the two of them, and that factor is 2. Because 2 can divide through 4, 2 can also divide through 6. So we go ahead to simplify it further, so that we have 2 through 4 is 2, 2 through 6 is 3. Now, if you look at the numerator and the denominator, there is no number that can divide the numerator 2 that will also divide the denominator 3. So 2 over 3 is the simplified form of 8 over 12. Now, if you look at this, right, it's easy for me because just merely looking at it, I know which number can easily divide both of them. But what of if I don't know? It's a very simple thing. You see, I have 8 over 12. You see, it's easy to express 8 as a factor of its prime. What do? 8 is the same thing as 2 times 4. Now, 4 can still be expressed. 4 is the same thing as 2 times 2. 12 is the same thing as 2 times 6. 6 is the same thing as 2 times 3. That means that 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. Whereas 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. So what have we done? We've just splitted 8 as a product of its prime numbers. Same thing we did for 12 as a product of its prime numbers. Now we begin to cancel out. This 2 is common, will cancel out themselves. These 2 will also cancel out themselves. What do we have left? We have 2 and 3, and that is our answer. Now, what if we have 100 over 220? Now we are asked to simplify 100 over 220. All we just need to do is to break down 100 as a product of its prime numbers. 100 is the same thing as 2 times 50. 50 is the same thing as 2 times 25. 25 is the same thing as 5 times 5. So that means that 100 is 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. Now we do same for 220. 220 is the same thing as 2 times 110. 110 is the same thing as 2 times 55. 55 is the same thing as 5 times 11. So we can no longer split it again. 11, which is the last number now, is already a prime number, which can no longer be splitted. So which means that 220 is 2 times 2 times 5 times 11. What do? they begin to cancel themselves out. 2 will cancel out 2 because both of them are common. 2 will also cancel out 2, and then 5 will cancel out 5. What do we have left? We have 5 over 11. I'll do one more. If we have 70 over 120, 70 is the same thing as 2 times 35, right? We can further split 35, so we'll go ahead. 35 is the same thing as 5 times 7. So we can no longer split 5 and 7, so that is it. 120 is the same thing as 2 times 60. 60 is the same thing as 2 times 30. 30 is the same thing as 2 times 15. And then 15 is the same thing as 3 times 5. At this point, we've gotten to the least expressed number for 120. So that means that our 70 is equal to 2 times 5 times 7 over 120 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Now they begin to cancel themselves out. 2 will cancel out 2. 5 also cancels out 5. What do we have left? There's nothing that can cancel out themselves again, right? So this gives us, we have 7 at the numerator. At the denominator, we have 2 times 2 times 3. And that will give us 7 over 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. At this point, we would have achieved the most simplified form of 7 over 120. You'll notice that there is no number that can divide 7 that can also divide 12. Do this for me and drop your answer in the comment section. I'll be there to tell you whether you're right or you are wrong. We have 230 over 340. I'll see you in the next class. Please like, subscribe, and follow us across our social media pages at Goddan School of Mathematics. I'll see you in the next class. Bye for now.